Self-directed IRAs, how to invest outside Wall Street with retirement funds. This is the next segment within our 8-part Passive Investing 101 for Dentists playlist. Did you know you can use your retirement money to invest in real estate, private equity, oil and gas, or even cryptocurrency, and legally avoid paying capital gains and income tax on your profits? Well, if you were like me, most dentists don't. And it's because most advisors, financial advisors, will never tell them. And today I'm going to show you how to unlock your IRA or 401k and start using it to build real wealth on Main Street and outside of Wall Street. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Johnny Walker, aka Jonathan Withanacci. I'm an endodontist, I'm an investor, and I'm a real estate fund manager, as well as the founder of the Walk of Wealth. And for years, my retirement money sat in mutual funds, stocks, riding the stock market roller coaster, until I learned about a powerful tool called a self-directed IRA. And once I made the switch, everything changed for my retirement accounts. Now, a self-directed IRA, or SDIRA, is a special type of retirement account that lets you invest in alternative assets, not just stocks and bonds. This includes investing in real estate syndications, in private equity deals, in notes and debt funds, in oil and gas deals, and even cryptocurrency. The account is still tax deferred or tax free if it's a Roth, but, and this is the big difference, you get to choose where it's invested. Let's compare a traditional IRA versus an SDIRA. Now, in a traditional IRA, your investment options are limited to paper, right? Stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, etc. Now, with a self-directed IRA, and you can still invest in all of those things, but you can also invest real estate, alternative, and other private deals. Now let's look at the feature of control. With a traditional IRA, you have very limited control. Whereas in a self-directed IRA, you have full control over where your retirement funds are invested. Now let's talk about the custodian, right? In a traditional IRA, you are usually investing with organizations such as Fidelity or Vanguard, Charles Schwab, etc., these brokerage houses. Now, whereas in an SDIRA, you are working with a specialized SDIRA firm, which will help administer the self-directed IRA. And finally, access to syndications. With traditional IRAs, you cannot invest in syndications, whereas with a SDIRA, you can invest in syndications. With an SDIRA, you're no longer stuck with low return, high volatility options that are completely digital in nature. You are free to invest in tangible, real assets that the wealthy actually use. One of our mastermind members rolled over $400,000 from his traditional IRA into a self-directed IRA. No penalty. He then invested $100,000 into 2 commercial real estate deals. He put $50K into a large multifamily syndication and $50K into a self-storage deal. He then took another $100,000, invested it into an oil and gas deal. He took another $100,000, invested it into a medical triple net leased property, and then with the remaining $100,000, he put $50,000 into a private equity deal and another $50,000 into a real estate debt fund and $50,000 into Bitcoin. If that didn't add up to $400,000, bear with me. This for illustrative purposes, this is an actual member of our mastermind group, and this is exactly how he learned about self-directed IRAs, and this is exactly what he did with that money. So instead of now just having all his retirement money only in stocks and paper digital assets, he now has oil and gas, triple net real estate, commercial real estate, private equity, Bitcoin, all different things that he's all invested in that he never even knew he had the ability to invest in with his retirement money. Now, those 3 deals generated over $48,000 in cash flow that year for him. All of that $48,000 of cash flow goes back into his IRA, completely tax deferred, and none of that is dependent on the S&P 500. Now, SDIRAs are powerful. But there are a few rules. You can't invest in your own practice or property you personally use. In other words, you can't self-deal or benefit today. And that includes family members. You need to work with a qualified SDIRA custodian. And that's why we bring in experts like the president of the IRA Club, Mr. Dennis Blitz, to our mastermind group to help our members get set up compliant. The sad truth, Wall Street doesn't want you to know this. Your financial advisor makes money only when your funds stay in the market. And so that's why they'll never even mention a strategy that puts you in control. Imagine that, you can control your own money. But if you're watching this series, you're not the average dentist. You want more control, you want more returns, and you want more freedom. With a self-directed IRA, you can earn passive income tax-deferred or even tax-free if you're investing with a Roth self-directed IRA. You can invest in recession-resistant assets like self-storage facilities or debt funds or real estate. You can use your retirement funds to access private equity deals that most dentists will never see. And best of all, you can build wealth that's not tied to Wall Street or your dental practice. Now, if you've got an old IRA or a 401k plan just sitting in the market, now might be the time to take control. All right, that was the latest video in our 8-part Passive Investing 101 series. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. And if you want help setting up your SDIRA, accessing deals that we just talked about, and learning from top experts, I invite you to apply to join our Walk of Wealth Mastermind group, and the link is in the description below. I'll see you on the inside.